have the power to change your life, or even end it. Mosquito-borne diseases. We'll be looking at 5. The Zika virus, a name that has caused a stir in recent years, but what exactly is it? The Zika virus is a mosquito-borne illness first identified in the Zika forest of Uganda in the late 1940s. The virus, carried by the Aedes mosquito, has since spread to various parts of the world, causing significant concern due to its potential health impacts. So, what happens when someone contracts the Zika virus? Well, interestingly, many people infected with Zika won't have symptoms or will only have mild symptoms. These can include fever, rash, joint pain, and red eyes. However, when symptoms do occur, they can last for several days to a week. Severe disease requiring hospitalization is uncommon, and fatalities are rare. Yet the Zika virus does pose a significant risk to pregnant women. It can cause a serious birth defect of the brain known as microcephaly, as well as other severe brain defects. It's also linked to other complications, such as miscarriage and stillbirth. Now, let's talk about how Zika spreads. Primarily, Zika spreads through the bite of an infected Aedes mosquito. These mosquitoes are aggressive daytime biters, but they can also bite at night. Once a mosquito is infected, it can spread the virus to other people through bites. It's also worth noting that Zika can be passed from a pregnant woman to her fetus, and through sexual contact. So how can we prevent the spread of Zika? The best way is by avoiding mosquito bites. This can be done by wearing long-sleeve shirts and long pants, staying in places with air conditioning or window and door screens, and using insect repellents. Pregnant women should avoid areas with an ongoing Zika outbreak. With a good understanding of Zika, we move to the next on our list, the West Nile virus. The West Nile virus, not as famous as its counterparts, but equally dangerous. But how does it affect us exactly? Let's delve into the world of the West Nile virus, a pathogen that silently navigates through the air carried by the humble mosquito. This virus is a member of the flavivirus genus, sharing its family tree with Zika and Dengue. It's a virus that can be found in temperate and tropical regions around the world, predominantly during the mosquito breeding seasons. So, how does this virus get to us? The answer lies in the life cycle of the mosquito. The West Nile virus primarily lives in birds, but when a mosquito bites an infected bird, it becomes a carrier of the virus. When that mosquito then bites a human, the virus is transmitted to us. But what happens once it's in our system? Most people infected with the West Nile virus don't even realize they have it. About 80% of people won't show a single symptom. However, for the remaining 20%, it's a different story. They may develop a fever, headache, body aches, vomiting, or a rash. In rare cases, the virus can cause severe neurological illnesses like encephalitis or meningitis. So, how do we protect ourselves? Preventing mosquito bites is the most effective way to avoid the West Nile virus. This includes wearing long sleeves and pants, using mosquito repellents, and eliminating standing water where mosquitoes breed. It's also important to be aware that mosquitoes are most active from dusk until dawn. Moreover, there is currently no vaccine available for the West Nile virus. This means that our best defense against this virus is prevention and awareness. Understanding the virus, its symptoms, and how it spreads can help us stay one step ahead and protect ourselves and our loved ones. Now that we have uncovered the West Nile virus, let's move on to the Chikungunya virus. Chikungunya, a disease that is as challenging as its name. But how does it impact our health? Chikungunya is a viral disease transmitted to humans by infected mosquitoes. It's named after the Kimakonde language of Tanzania, where the disease was first observed, and it translates to that which bends up, referring to the contorted posture of those suffering from its characteristic joint pain. Now let's get to know this virus a little better. Chikungunya is caused by the Chikungunya virus, a member of the alpha virus genus. The primary vectors are the Aedes aegypti and Aedes albopictus mosquitoes, which bite primarily during the day, making them particularly sneaky assailants. When infected, individuals may experience a range of symptoms, typically emerging 3 to 7 days after being bitten by an infected mosquito. These can include fever and severe joint pain, often in hands and feet. Other symptoms can include muscle pain, headache, nausea, fatigue, and rash. The joint pain is often very debilitating and can persist for several days or even weeks. While there is no specific antiviral drug treatment for chikungunya, treatment is directed primarily at relieving the symptoms. This includes the administration of antipyretics, optimal analgesics, and fluids. Most patients recover fully, but in some cases, joint pain may persist for several months or even years. So how can we prevent this disease? Since the chikungunya virus is spread by mosquitoes, prevention and control rely heavily on reducing the number of these natural mosquito habitats around residential areas. This can be achieved through the elimination of standing water where mosquitoes lay their eggs, such as flower pots, old tires, and buckets. Personal protection against mosquito bites is another important step, which can involve wearing long-sleeved shirts and long pants, using mosquito nets, and applying insect repellent. Remember, knowledge is our best defense. Understanding the risks and taking the necessary precautions can go a long way in preventing chikungunya and other mosquito-borne diseases. With a grip on chikungunya, we proceed to our next disease, dengue. Dengue and malaria, two diseases that have plagued humanity. Start with dengue. This disease is caused by any one of prevent these diseases. One of the most impactful for dengue, there's a vaccine, but it's not for everyone. So, what have we learned today about these mosquito-borne diseases? We dove into the unseen dangers of mosquitoes and how they can transmit diseases like Zika, West Nile virus, chikungunya, dengue, and malaria. Each of these diseases presents unique symptoms, from fever and joint pain to more severe conditions like neurological disorders. But it's not all doom and gloom. We've also discussed how these diseases can be prevented. Simple steps like using insect repellent, wearing long-sleeved clothes, and eliminating standing water around your home can make a world of difference. And let's not forget the importance of staying informed. Knowledge about these diseases can help you recognize symptoms early on, which can lead to a quicker diagnosis and treatment. Remember, a simple step can protect you from these diseases. Stay informed, stay healthy. Subscribe for more such intriguing insights into everyday health matters.